because this transitions into something Brad and I were talking about earlier today. We were talking about depression and people who go online and social media looking for sympathy from other people.
I'm so depressed.
Oh, I'm depressed. And they write these long-ass paragraphs on Facebook and Instagram, people that some of the listeners might even know of, who won't mention any names. And it's like, you fucking motherfucker. There are little kids out there who are dying of neuroblastoma or pediatric, what's it called? Shit. What the fuck's that cancer? Leukemia.
Yeah.
You know, who won't live to see the age of 14 or 15, who spend their entire childhood in a hospital bed on chemotherapy with tubes sticking out of them. And you have whiny fucking adults complaining about depression.
Able-bodied adults have all their limbs.
Correct.
They're in decent health. They're just, I'm depressed today.
Fuck you.
Why? Because your life isn't challenging enough. Go out and do something challenging.
It's just weak-minded shit. You know, go to the fucking gym. Anybody, like you said, anybody that comes back from the war with the missing limbs, you hear them. They can be depressed. I wouldn't. You know.
You want to be fucking. I'll tell you what was fucking depressing. When I visited you and Emma in the hospital, and in order to get to your rooms, you have to walk through. Because Brad was with me. You have to walk through the ward. And as you do, you walk by each and every hospital room, and you look in each room,
fucked up,
and you see young people, old people, kids, laying in hospital beds, just staring at the ceiling lifelessly. You know, there are a lot of old people in Delray Medical just because of the demographics of the area. You want to be depressed, you want to see depression, go walk through a hospital and look at people who are there because of shit that's going on with them health-wise.
It pisses me off so much.
People got to go to dialysis on a regular basis.
Well, like you said.
Look, listen to Dale. Dale was just in a horrendous car accident. Does he sound depressed to you?
Exactly.
He doesn't sound depressed to me. He's got a kick-ass attitude, and that's what's going to get him the fuck out of that hospital bed. Right. And then, sometimes
you see these whiny fucks online. I got to take this medication. I got to go talk to this doctor. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sack up. Be a fucking man. Take responsibility for your actions and just fucking live your life. I don't want to hear about, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm so depressed. Your girlfriend leaves you, your boyfriend leaves you. I'm depressed. Fuck you. There's so many people out there that have problems that they can't fucking help.
They have no control over. They didn't ask for any of it to happen.
You know how it is.
It's people just troll for sympathy online. It's got to be one of the most pitiful things you'll see.
Well, just attention-starved fucks. They just need the validation first. They want somebody to say, "Don't be depressed. You're great, and you're this, and they just want to be gassed up a little bit."
Right.
You know, it's fucking pathetic. Grow the fuck up. It's depressing shit.
Yeah, life's too short. I've met people sometimes you don't. It's not your day.
Right? Yeah, I get. But when these people don't want to leave their house and they have all these sick thoughts, it's like, change something. If you're depressed, do something about it. Figure out what it is that you're depressed about and fucking change it. What is so difficult?
It's a good message.
I mean, give me that shit.
Unless they're not depressed and they're just trolling for sympathy and attention online, which can be it as well.
It's mostly the broads that do it, but there's a lot of guys that do it too, which is even more fucking pathetic. Yeah. Grow a pair of fucking testicles. Stop acting like a whiny little fucking bitch. Fix your life. Don't go on social media and air out all your fucking your business like that. Like, who gives a fuck? I suffer from depression. What are you gonna put? Depression #MeToo with that shit too now? Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Give me a fucking break. I can't stand that shit. Especially when you got people that are born handicapped, that can't help shit, and you don't see them acting depressed. There's people that are born with afflictions that they can't help and they deal with it. Look at cerebral palsy Mike. That guy was fucking great.
Exactly.
Always had a great attitude, man. He's funny, witty. Yep. He never bitched about his, what he has. He just fucking, he was a good guy. Look, I mean, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And he's basically crippled. Don't fucking put on social media that you're these people that are, single, have no kids, and they have life by the balls. They have good jobs. They're able to support themselves. And
you're going to go kids. Maybe that's why you're depressed. You need somebody to look up to you.
I don't think having kids is ever.
No, that's all that is. Kids having kids, and I'll admit it. It's a fucking ego extension.
having kids is never the answer to any situation as far as I'm concerned. If you're in a relationship with someone and you think that having a child with the girl is going to solve problems,
Bullshit.
it will only make them
But
worse.
coming from my perspective,
When you don't have a
me.
good
where I
relationship with
don't have kids,
Listen.
and both of you guys do.
when you don't have a good relationship with a woman, what the fuck was I going to say? And you have kids with them. See what happens?
Yeah,
I forget what
that
I'm
didn't
gonna
take
say.
long.
You have kids with them, it ends up being a relationship killer.
Correct.
But then again,
The relationship suffers.
and I've been having nightmares about it once in a while. And I spoke with Andrew Kalura about it. We don't have kids. Rather see somebody drink and bust their ass in the gym and eat right than somebody that doesn't eat right, doesn't drink, and does an Ian McCarthy workout. Sorry, no offense.
Somebody wrote Ian Ian and then in quotations inevitable suicide McCarthy.
No, I'm sorry we never got a chance to have him on the podcast because that was
Yeah.
the whole idea when he flew here for that one night.
Yeah, and then I
flight.
had to go home. I didn't really get to talk to the guy, but
He missed the first flight, so we didn't get here till late. He missed the podcast.
I was too buzzed to deal with his shit. I didn't feel like being in therapy that day. But he obviously, I mean, it was good for him to vent to everybody, but it also was like, all right, man.
you get that idea out of your head. That's just the last.
I talked
That's
to him.
insane.
I talked to him for about an hour over at Brad's place on July 4th.
His problem is he fucking thinks too much, you know? Just live
He's
your
worried
life.
about what other people think of him.
Right. Who gives a fuck? I told him, I said, what are you so fucking depressed about? Okay, whatever. You're not with your wife.
but-
You're a single guy. You got no kids. You only have responsibility to yourself. You're not fucking crippled. You're an able-bodied adult. I mean,
But
you know.
here's the thing. Is it really depression?
Or is
I mean,
it
Ian is so hell-bent on the belief that he's suffering from depression. I say, how do you know it's not withdrawal symptoms from all the fucking amphetamines and caffeine you put in your body every day?
well, it's not withdrawal because he still continues to put it all in there.
Yeah, but he told me that when he doesn't take however many milligrams of Adderall, he becomes dysfunctional. So is it depression or is it withdrawal symptoms from all the stimulants you put in your body?
I saw a thing on meth last night. Say Adderall's a weak version of crystal meth.
Absolutely, it's an amphetamine. There's
Yeah.
no question about it.
It's great, but you have to, you know.
Are you a drug addict?
moderation? Yeah.
Or not? I mean, that's the question. And Ian and I had a very healthy, I wouldn't call it a debate, but we had a very healthy discussion about it. And everyone knows Ian's very smart. He's very educated. But it's like he needs to take these depression blinders off. It's like depression. And after a while, it's like, oh, okay, stop wallowing in it. And, you know, maybe it isn't that. Maybe you need to wean yourself off some of these things slowly but surely so you can see, well, is it depression or holy shit, have I made myself a drug addict?
I agree with you. And then people with a lot of vegans and people that have poor nutritional habits don't get enough protein, amino acids, B vitamins.
Well, I asked him that
They
too.
suffer
If
from
he
depression as
tried
well.
to change his diet, he said no. I'm like, what about pot? You know, he said he's tried pot, but it makes him paranoid. So yeah,
He'll be all right.
he's fine.
He's a good guy.
He said he was diagnosed with 1% autism, like
You know
like
what?
Jason.
That's a bunch of bull.
I don't
They
pick that up from-
diagnose. Fuck. Tell them fuck you.
You know, autism is one of the most overdiagnosed things in this day and age, and anything else. You know, if there's any slight deviation from the norm, autism,
Yeah.
you're on the spectrum. I don't know who diagnosed Ian with that, but I've been around him enough. I don't think there's anything remotely autistic about him. And
It's very simple. We're not built to explain or understand it right now. You just have to accept it because it's done for a reason.
Accept it like a cookie cutter.
Nah, the cookie cutter's goal in life is possessions, material possessions, money, being comfortable, having a good time, and staying away from stressful things is a goal in life. Which to me, life is, you got to experience the pain, the heartache, the torture. You got to experience unimaginable depression
Why?
to bounce back and to have the other things, other experiences in life are magnified and amplified because of that. That's where a lot of people go wrong when they think about how they want to live their life. Everybody wants to be in comfort, and they're actually missing out.
Missing out? How?
You're missing out on the true emotions and the ability to overcome. You know, there's a lot of studies.
So you're saying you got to be rock bottom to be able to appreciate
At certain
anything.
times, I mean, not all the time, but it's certain times it helps the other areas. You know, for me, I like to have optimal training, optimal food, optimal sleep, which is getting hard lately.
Why?
Because I still want to be a 500-pound muscle freak.
So you wearing a mask or what?